Hi everybody, good afternoon and welcome to this installment of the weekly free instant tournament, and it's with me today, with Laura. So we just got back, well I just got back from Canberra playing in the Australian Open team playoffs, but Pete's still up there and is now qualified for the semi-finals which finished today, so that's why he's not here for today's installment. But hopefully he'll be making the finals, which start tomorrow, and they can also be watched on BBO on Viewgraph. But for now, it's over to me for this challenge against the robots, and let's see how I can go. Hoping for some good results today. After the weekend, basically my team just got absolutely hammered by the laser team. We got one stanza up on them, so we were pretty happy with that, but we got hammered. So I'm hoping for a good result in today's weekly free. Alright, so pass to me, and I've got a 14 count unbalanced. I'm just going to start off with a club. We'll see where we go from there. Partner bids a heart, just a normal bid. It's quite a nice 14 now, because I do also get my shortage points, but I know also the opponents have quite a bit going on, because they've been able to overcall, and they've been able to bid a no trump. So also my partner's a passed hand, but I think what I'm going to do is bid 3 hearts anyway. I do want to encourage my partner quite a bit. It's only 14, but with my shortage points it does get me a few extra. The other thing I could do is I could splinter. Nope, that would be too forcing. So I can't do that. So I'm just going to bid 3 hearts, 16 to 19 total points, and partner passes me there. Alright, so here we go. We get a diamond lead. Absolutely no surprise there. And now we're still declaring from north. But yeah, it's swapped around a bit. So here we go. Counting my losers, I've got a couple of hearts to lose, a couple of spades, a diamond, and no clubs. So my best bet, I was counting from the other hand, my best bet is that they're going to be able to sort of set up some diamonds for me by playing them. My clubs could come good, but generally I'm also going to want to take the indirect finesse in hearts, basically leading up towards my king queen as much as possible. I also need to do some roughing, so I do have a bit of work to do here, and we'll see how it goes basically. Okay, so there we go. Ace of diamonds is gone. 8 of diamonds probably shows East doesn't have the queen. And they're attacking spades. I've got 2 spades to win, that's no surprise. And the 6. Now hopefully I can force out the king if East has the jack. No, it's over there as well. And now we've got the king coming through. So I definitely need to rough this one high at this stage. And there we go. Alright, so we're finally in. 3 tricks down. And I've got some work to do. So, alright, at this stage, I can only afford to lose one more trick, which has to be the ace of hearts. Ideally, I'm going to be able to rough 2 diamonds, but I do have a couple of problems. One thing I might want to consider is potentially I could get my clubs good, so that I could basically pitch diamonds on the clubs. What I think I'm going to do though, hope my trumps are 2-2 at this stage, and if they're not, we'll find out a bit later. Okay, so they've put in the ace straight away and we've seen the jack. So at this stage, they're probably not going to be 2-2, which means that I do have a high cross rough potentially. So what I might be able to do, let's see, so 3, 2, yeah, I might be able to simply out of the last cards basically just start cross-roughing the hand at this stage, rather than actually trying to or draw trumps and then get my tricks. So what I might do, I'll win it over in the north hand. And I can now at this stage, I guess, play my king of diamonds. Okay, so they did break, and now I will be fine as long as East has 2 clubs. So if East has 2 clubs, I'm going to be absolutely fine just cross-roughing. Beautiful. So no need to do anything else. My trumps are good, and this way I get to take them separately. So there we go. Alrighty, so 140 and 71%. That's the start we want. Wow, this is a pretty good hand here. I'll just have a look at what other people were doing. We've got a lot of people in 3 hearts. Some people were letting them play spades going off. Some people let them make 3 spades. There we go. Alrighty. So on to this one anyway. Here I am with this awesome hand with diamonds. So I'm very happy here, and really nice 7-card suit. What are my highs? 7, 8, 10, 14 again. Seems to be the common number for today. I'm just going to start off with a diamond and see what happens. Okay, so partner's made a negative double. They've got 4 hearts and we've had the spade overcall. So at this stage, I can't really raise their hearts because they could have 5, but they're only showing 4 plus. I do need to do something though, because I have such an awesome hand. I'm thinking what I might do is jump to 3 diamonds. Shows 16 to 18 total points. It might be a slight underestimation of this hand. Wonder what are they playing sort of 2 spades as? 18 to 22, forcing to 3-0. Yeah, I don't really want to do that. What would they play? Yeah, alright. Guess 3 diamonds it is. And partner bids 3, no trumps. So they've got the stopper. And I think I'm pretty confident in this contract from the auction. But looking at the cards, maybe not so much. Yeah, this isn't going to go particularly well. So they will get to set up their spades. So spades, they've led low, probably going to be 5, 4, 3, 1. The problem is that basically our West robot is going to have one of the aces. So just off the top, they get to win sort of a couple of aces, and they also get however many spades they're going to have. The only chance I've got is basically if East were to have both aces, but yeah, that's not going to happen. In terms of a sneaky chance, I might have a sneaky chance if, I don't know, say for instance there was a doubleton queen of diamonds and I could sneak a trick over to South and then run the diamonds. I'd do that at imps, but I don't know if I'm going to try that at match points, mostly because I guess what ends up happening is that then I lose an extra trick, so I'm probably better not doing that. Just basically resigning myself to going down and hoping that I go down less than everybody else. Oh, robot defense. My favorite. I love these guys. Robot defense and how they switch to such crazy things. All right. So I forgot about this part of the game. I don't play with robots that often, but let's just say their defense isn't quite as good as it could be. Alright, so now I'm really in with a shot of making this. I think I'm basically cold. Alright, so how could things go wrong now? It's basically where I'm up to. Okay, 10 of clubs is gone. That's awesome. And now I just get to set up hearts, and this is great. Do I have any issues at this stage? Because I still need to be able to communicate with the hands. It's still basically not going to be a problem. Okay, so let's see how it go. Okay, I think I have like the rest of the tricks now. So what have I got? I've got my, basically just pitching. If we look at it from the north hand, all I'm doing is going to be pitching my 2 spades on the ace king of diamonds. And presto, I've got the rest of the tricks. This is awesome. I do have to note that my 9 of hearts is good. So yeah, I get the rest of the tricks. This is great. I can even claim. So I get them +1. Yep, sure, I will take it. Thank you, robot defense. I don't know why they didn't just play their spades. Looks like a very flat board. Everyone's basically done, well, everyone has done the same. Someone played 4 spades. 4 hearts, sorry, and ended up getting all the match points for playing in 4 hearts. How did their auction go? So after the double, they elected to bid 2 hearts. Interesting choice when you could potentially not have a fit, and also the fact that you do have this lovely 7-card suit, so interesting. Alrighty, so on to board 3, and here I am with another 14 count. It really is the theme of the day, isn't it? 6-card suit, just going to start off with a heart, and the opponents are in there. So 2 clubs plus 3 clubs. I think this auction's got a little bit too high for me, and we'll see what happens. Partner couldn't make a double or anything like that. And here we are with the defense. So partner started off with a heart. Okay, so at this stage, my natural, I guess, reaction is that I don't want them to be able to ruff hearts. That being said, do I really want to switch trump? Yeah. Alright, so we're going to win this one. Partner couldn't raise hearts. It either means that they've led potentially a doubleton. Could have something like 5-3. If they have 3 hearts, it's going to be because they don't have a very good hand. So interesting, because I guess if they don't have 3 hearts, it basically marks my partner with 4. The robot with 4, the declarer, and my partner's got 2. Yeah, if that's the case, then I think what's going to be right? Alright, so I could switch a spade, but I think I will play a trump and we'll see what ends up happening. Okay, so partner's got in with a diamond and played another heart to start forcing them. And at this stage, they won't have an entry to the east hand, presuming that, I guess, 6-3-3, yeah. What if they've got a 6 card suit? They do have the ruff, but, yeah. So thinking about the position with the diamonds, so there were 5 in dummy, I had 2. And why are they playing one at this stage and playing a low one? They could have the jack. Now, if they've got the jack, it basically means they could be sort of 5-3-3-2. If they don't have, well, even if they win this one, they're going to have some problems. They can't do everything. They won't be able to get back to east and draw my trump. I think I'm actually possibly better off not roughing this one. Oh, I guess I could just rough it and tap dummy again. Maybe that's the best idea. So roughing it and basically tapping the dummy, hoping that that's gonna... Yeah, alright, so there they are. And now it's a bit unfortunate. I really shouldn't have roughed it, as it turns out. Probably should have been playing a heart there too. Okay, so yeah, really should not have been roughing that one. So I don't think this is going to score particularly well for me at this stage. Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate. My partner and I both took the last trick, so that was a horrible score for me. And was a horrible score for everybody else that defended 3 clubs. I could have defended it better though. So what I was able to do was actually refuse to rough that diamond, and then basically declare I couldn't have been able to cross to dummy and play out their diamonds. At this stage, what I was basically hoping with the way that they were playing is that wasn't the case. So yeah, that's all a bit sad really. My partner didn't have a hand good enough to raise, so they didn't. But yeah, I could have defended that a lot better and been in a much better position at this stage than getting 10% for that board. Should have followed that reaction. Alright, so here we go on the next one, onward and upward. And hopefully we're going to be in a better spot from here. So 3 clubs by my partner, passed to me, and this is the worst case scenario basically, where I've got a singleton in my partner's suit. The reason this is so bad is like 3 no trumps isn't going to have much play because I won't be able to get over there. In terms of what I want to do, I could bid hearts, hoping we do have a heart fit and that we might be able to play 4 hearts. But at the same point, 4 hearts probably won't have the greatest chances of making, even if we do have a fit, and there's times that partner's going to have to actually raise on with a doubleton. So I think the best answer is actually just to pass on this hand and play 3 clubs. Okay, so here we go. They've led the Ace of Hearts, another outstanding robot lead. And we'll see how we go. So definitely small here. And if they don't switch a diamond at this stage, I've got a great hand to play. Okay, so let's switch to the Jack. Now, really interested. If you were playing against a real person, I'd be really interested about this Ace of Hearts lead and what's basically going on the hand. And might even think that, you know, East might have had both aces and was choosing, I don't know, which one to lead or something. Here, in theory, yeah, we can just... So in terms of over tricks, basically putting in the king's going to be best now. If I'm going for over tricks, that is. Otherwise, basically what's going to happen is I'll need East to have 5 diamonds and have the doubleton ace over with West. So that now that they've led the Jack, basically their partner will have to play the ace on the second round. One unfortunate thing is they don't have the queen, so I'd need West to have ace queen type for that to, I guess, be right, which is pretty specific. Yeah, so what to do? The real question is, are they going to do their robots thing and switch if I don't play the king? I'll just play low and, you know, hope. Okay, so at this stage, I've basically got to put in the king. They shouldn't be under leading potentially from Queen Jack, so they didn't. That was always going to be known. And at this stage, it's not looking too good for me. I basically need to have the doubleton king of clubs, it looks like. Wondering if I can, I don't know, shorten myself enough. If I can rough a bunch of things. Nah, it's not really going to matter, is it? Okay, so I can rough in and make my pitch, and now it's up to the hoping time for doubleton king of clubs. Let's see how we go. Get a crossover. Oh, didn't want to play that one. That was a misclick. What to do now? Guess I'll just pitch. And here we go. Moment of truth. Okay, now I've basically got to hope they were breaking, so there wasn't a promotion. Okay, they were. Thank goodness for that. Okay, so we do get to make 3 clubs despite the misclick. And we'll see how that one scores up. So 64%. Yeah. It's doing better than I was. So how did we go? What was everyone else doing? Okay, 3 clubs making... People were making 3 no trumps. So to make 3 no trumps, you do need this doubleton king of clubs, kind of like I needed to be able to make 3 clubs in the end. The difference is if you don't get it in 3 no trumps, it turns out a lot worse. Some people were going down in 3 no trumps. How are they going down? Heart lead, diamond switch, so that was good. Diamond, diamond. So they got their diamonds off the top. And what did they do at this stage? Jack of hearts. Okay, so why weren't they... Oh, they're already down 2, are they? No, why were people down 2 at this stage? He came out 7 of hearts. That wasn't so good. Rather than taking the finesse. So that's how people were 2 down. 1 down seems pretty common. +3 seems like an outstanding result. Yeah, got pretty lucky there, I'm guessing. And how did they get that lucky? They continued a heart. So that would have been which heart they led, I guess? Who knows? So there you go. Robots can do different things for different players. So let's see how we go on the next one. See if I've got another 14 count. Not that I did for the last hand. I think I had 15. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. With 14 and a 5 card suit, I do like opening 1 no trump. This one definitely isn't the greatest 1 no trump opening, but I don't mind it. Okay, so we still play transfers over their 2 club overcall. So partner's showing 5 or more spades, and I will dutifully bid 2 spades like I've been told to. and that's where I get to play the hand. Okay, so what did the 2 clubs show? That's the next question. 2 clubs showed a single suited hand by my West player. Could it be diamonds? It definitely could. Alright, so counting my losers at this stage, and I'm going to count from my partner's hand because they've got the long trumps. What I happen to have is sort of 1 to 2 losers in trumps. I've got 2 losers in hearts, 1 loser in clubs, and also a loser in diamonds. What I'm going to be looking to do, I think, is being able to trump some hearts is the best way of getting rid of them at this stage, unless the opponents do something nice in diamonds for me, which it looks like they are. So played a club. Okay, so I've started on clubs. At this stage, what I can basically do is draw a couple of rounds of trumps, and then I can actually, I guess, keep playing diamonds, hopefully having the roughing finesse against West. I didn't actually want to play the king of clubs there. I definitely wanted to keep that entry, so that was a bit of a muck up there. How are we going to have this change things? I really wanted to play the jack there. Alright, so I guess I've just got to keep pursuing this idea. Trumps break, that's lucky. And then we've also got our diamonds basically getting set up now. So what it turns out has happened, it does look like our West player did have the long diamond suit. So my 10-9 of diamonds are going to be set up, so I get to pitch 2 hearts there. And you never know, my 6 might become good. Doubtful, but possible. Okay, there's the over trump. That was a loser anyway. Would have really liked to have been basically collecting this in my hand, but over to partner's hand it is. Now coming across, and I get to make a couple of pitches. Okay, so getting 9 tricks in 2 spades. I think that'll score okay. I don't think it'll be anything special though. 78%, there you go. That's a surprise. 3 hearts doubled, going a couple down. Nice score there. Yeah, I guess if people aren't opening a no trump, it does make it a lot harder, and the robots will be able to, I guess, have the defense potentially rather than actually declaring the hand. 1 no trump south, so if you don't open a no trump, you'll get to play in a no trump by the looks of things. 3 diamonds doubled. That looks like it got messy. Alright, so what I thought wasn't going to be an exciting board turns out that it was. But I will definitely take the score for it, and good, I'm finally up above 50%. I needed that one, that's for sure. Now, let's see, do we have another 14 count? What have I got? 7, 11, only 13 this time, but I've got a lot of 10s. Now, I do know I have the best hand at the table with 13 points, which means that they're going to be roughly evenly split in terms of how many each person has. I'm not going to take an action on this hand. If I was going to, it'd basically be a double, but generally don't want to take an action on this hand. And partner's bid 2 hearts. Now hopefully I can bid 2 spades as a good raise for him. There you go, it's going to show. I don't know how this is going to be forcing to 3N with my partner having basically made a simple overcall, but sure, if I'm apparently able to show 13 or more points, it will be game forcing. So do I want to game force with this hand? That's the question. So I've got 13, it's not a great 13. I do have 3 hearts available, so what am I going to do? Am I going to bid 2 spades or 3 hearts? Now, having East having opened the bidding, it does make it a bit better for me because I know that, for instance, my King, Queen of clubs is going to be in a good spot. But it also makes it bad because it's reasonably likely it could just go something like Ace of spades, King of spades, Rough of spade. and that'd be bad. So if I can have up to 13 points for a 3-heart call, I think it's probably more appropriate than actually game forcing. There you go, it didn't matter. Partner was going to bid 4 hearts anyway. So here we are. And no surprise to see the King of Spades on the table. So it looks like we've basically got our 2 spade losers, and we've got some problems going on in hearts. We've got a 9-card fit. Hopefully it's not going to be too bad. Trying to think of like the situations. I think in here basically what's going to happen is that it's going to be a fair bit better for me to basically cash the ace and lead towards the Queen Jack. I think that's probably my percentage play. Things could go badly if I did try to take the finesse. Okay, so spade, spade, and they've played another spade. This is good for me. It's clearing up the trump position a bit more. So at this stage, the opponents only have 3 trumps. If the king's over with east, hopefully what I'd be able to do is finesse it. If it's over with west, basically what I'm going to be able to do is play the Queen of Hearts and either lose to the king, which I was going to anyway, or potentially if I see east show out, it'll mean that west started off with 4, sorry, and what I could do is win the ace and then lead low towards my jack. So I think I'm going to go with that approach at this stage. As the king, there we go. So now I needed him to basically start off, so we've just got 1 to get out, and at this stage we're going to make the rest of the tricks. Drawing that last trump, and what I'll be able to do is ruff a club if necessary. So making +1, 60% for that one, which again, a bit of a surprise. It seems like a relatively normal game. Let's see what most people were doing. Were they taking an action on my hand? So we've had a doubler, doubler. Am I the only one not bidding? All right, somebody didn't bid. More passes, more passes. 2 spade bids, 2 no bid. Interesting. So there you go. We've got a fair bit of difference in what people were doing after the 2-heart bid if they were actually holding my hand. Some people were bidding 2 spades, which would be a game force. I think that's hanging partner out to dry a little bit too much for their overcall. Some people were bidding 3 hearts. Some people just bid 4 hearts at that stage. Someone passed it. That's a bit conservative. And someone got to 6 hearts. That's not a great place to be. So 6 hearts down 1. So there we go, 60% for that one. And here we are with definitely not a 14 count for board 7. This one's gorgeous. So what have I got in total? I've got 19 high card points. And a really, really nice hand. That 5 cards relatively solid suit. It's a great suit to have. My options are opening a diamond and then reversing into hearts. I think I might actually upgrade this to a 2 no trump opening and open it with my semi-balanced hand. So partners bid Stamen. I'm guessing we're just playing simple Stamen. Yep, so 3 hearts shows my partner that I've got hearts, and now they've said clubs. So this is their way of saying they've got clubs, and they've presumably got spades as well, even though they're not saying it here in their description. And it's up to me. Now this isn't looking too good, I must say, because we are committed basically to clubs. Let's see what my bids mean. What would 4 no trumps be? 2 clubs, some diamonds. Yeah, that looks about right. 4 spades. I would have 4 spades, which I don't. 2 to yeah. What have I got? 3 to 5 clubs if I bid 4 hearts. So it looks like 4 no trumps is actually going to be my technically correct bid. I like having 4 no trumps to play here, and partners bid 6 clubs. Now, I guess that's going to be the place we do want to play. I'm a little bit worried about the spade holding. Maybe I should be considering actually bidding 6 no. What do we want to do? I feel like I do want to bid 6 no trumps here just to protect my king of spades. And it is going to be match points. I know I'm not really going to be roughing anything with my hand. Just wondering what my risks are of doing this. I don't feel like there is any. Alright, let's convert it to 6 no trump. See how this goes. Alright, so spade lead. And it's looking reasonably good at this stage. So what we happen to have is 2 spade winners, a heart winner, 2 clubs, and 3 diamonds. So 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'm definitely going to be able to set up some extra club winners. I do have a just an 8 card heart club fit. So I'm going to be wanting to take the finesse. And I will also need an entry to the north hand, so definitely need to win the king of spades on this first trick. Otherwise, I would end up with quite a few problems. So at this stage, what we're basically looking at doing, am I out of the woods yet actually? If I get 5 clubs and 3 diamonds, that's going to be 8. 9, 10, 11, I'm not out of the woods yet. Okay, so what I'm either going to need to happen is basically for the heart finesse or the club finesse to be working. They're the initial things I'm thinking of. Jack 10 third diamond, also a possibility as well, or Jack 10 tied even. Hopefully it doesn't get to that stage. Maybe my club finesse just works, but I will need to be aware that I might need to test out some options at some point. Alrighty, there is also... yeah, I guess we just need to suck it up and take the club finesse at this stage. Okay, so that's not good. Alright. Interestingly, I could have actually potentially trumped a spade if we were in clubs. At this point, the diamond's reasonably nice for me. And we'll see what happens here. So what I can do is basically test out the diamonds now and find out if I do need to fall back on the heart finesse. And I can do that before getting over to their hand, which is the important thing to do. Just trying to think if there's any squeeze possibilities. Alright, so let's see how we go. So I want to see the 10 and the 9 of diamonds. 10 and the jack, sorry, which I haven't. So basically we're going to be down to the heart finesse, which isn't great at all. Okay, here's to hoping. Alright, cross back over. Let's pedal some clubs. Clubs didn't break for me. What was the pitch over here? I think it was a heart. And now we've seen a spade pitched, heart pitched. Okay, haven't seen the diamond I needed. And the moment of truth, yay! Thank goodness for that. All right. So needed a bit of luck. 1 of 2 finesses isn't going to be a bad thing though, necessarily. Still a good slam you want to be in. So there were some people in 6 no trumps. Basically everyone had a similar option to me, I guess. Yeah, they chose to bid something a little bit different, but basically had the same option and decided to convert it. Some people didn't convert their contract from 6 clubs and played there. Other people were playing in 3 no trumps, which will be what happens if you don't open 2 no trumps on the hand. Someone went down. Someone got to 7 noes. That's impressive. Let's see what ended up happening in 6 no for going down. So you get the spade lead, club finesse, heart. They flew ace. So they flew ace at this stage, which was a bit unfortunate for them because it meant that they didn't count their tricks from the start and know that they were 1 short. And at this stage, you basically need that situation with the diamonds coming down. So always important to count your tricks. All right, on to the lucky last one. And where are we sitting? Ranked 2 to 3. That's impressive. And for some reason, my numbers are backwards. There we go. Alright, so on this one, partners opened a spade, and this is a really sad hand for knowing that it's a best hand tournament. So what I've got is my lousy 12 count, and I know my hand's equally or better than partners, which means that this is going to be a sad hand, really. This is a bit dodgy because using this information, I know we've got at most 24 points together. Which means game is not going to be a good opportunity for me. It basically means that, yeah, partner's got at most 12 points. I'm sitting here looking at a very average 12 points, and what am I going to do? Talk about using and abusing the system. Almost tempted to pass and then compete in spades. What I might do is just bid 2 spades. Now this is definitely not bridge, but what I'm basically doing is using and abusing the system and hoping to buy it in 2 spades. They've competed to 3 hearts, and now I've got my decision to make. Do I want to defend 3 hearts? And defending 3 hearts probably isn't going to be a bad thing. Let's see, 10 plus biddable hearts, less than 10 to, well, I don't even know what this means. Almost tempted to get him here now that I've made this action. This is definitely playing tops or bottoms. This will be going for the win or just going for the loss. But almost tempted to get them. So basically, no, I know they've balanced in here. They weren't actually able to overcall 2 hearts. So hand's not going to be particularly good. Hopefully I'm going to be sitting here looking at 2 heart tricks. I do need to get them 2 down in order to make it better than basically making 3 spades. So I can double and basically back myself to get them 2 down. Alternatively, what I can do is bid 3 spades and play there in what will seem to be a normal contract. Yikes. Ugh. Let's see. What do we want to do? They couldn't overcall 2. You know what? Why not? Let's see how we go. Why not? What's the worst that can happen? And that's that they go 1 down, and it's a bad score for me. What I want to do, I want to start a forcing defense, so I am going to lead a spade. Okay, so at this stage, I'm very happy with the way things are going. And it looks like we will be able to get them for a bit of a number here. Now, they're pitching clubs already. Yeah, definitely got to win this one. So I know that with the spades, the way that they were distributed was 1 with East, 3 with me, 4 with West, and 5 with my partner. And I know that we can keep forcing the East robot at this stage, so we can keep making them rough things. Partner's got the Ace Jack of spades. That gives them 5 points, and they had enough to open the bidding, so they've got some points somewhere else as well. They'll definitely have sort of a diamond on us sitting over the King Jack, which is great news. But at the moment, I just want to continue forcing them in spades. Partner's sitting in a very good position at this stage. I'm sitting over all their cards. Partner's sitting over dummies cards. This is going quite well. So we're already at 4 tricks, and I've definitely got 2 hearts to come. And it's what we're going to do next. Now, East has discarded a club already, and they've also ended up now following to this round. So they've either got the ace. If they've got the ace, it means my partner's actually out of clubs, and that was a singleton. If not, my partner has the ace, and that'll be fine as well. So probably the best thing for me to do now is play a club and see what happens with it. Great, partner's roughing it. This is awesome. Alright, so the ace of spades has been roughed. What do I want to do at this stage? Do I want to let them hold it? probably not a bad idea just to actually let them hold the trick. I could also, yeah. So I've definitely got my 2 hearts. Yeah, let's hold it, let them hold it and see what happens, I reckon. This is going spectacularly. I'm expecting quite a good result from this one here. So at this stage, what I basically want to do is, I don't know why partner didn't play a heart. It seems a little bit odd that they didn't do that. Thinking about the number of tricks that I can get. What do I want to do? How are we going to get extra tricks? It's all about these extra tricks. What if partner has an honor, and I can pitch a diamond? I'm still getting 2 heart tricks even if they've got the ace queen, so it's just about, I guess, how to end up getting any extra that might be possible. Even though I'm letting them win this heart, I've still got my 2 hearts to come. Partner definitely should have played a heart at that stage, I reckon. And now we basically need partner to have a honor. Oh no, I've end played myself. No, this is bad. Okay, there you go. I should have been roughing it. Wow, that's so bad. Giving up so many tricks. So many tricks. Still got 100%. Okay, so I did need to rough that one, not to end play myself. But yeah, still, no, not equal first. All right, I thought they said equal first. But second, finishing on 100%. That was the best that I could do on that one. Definitely not the bridge maneuver you'd take with my hand, just playing straight up and down the line bridge, but knowing that partner is limited, basically it does give you an opportunity to sort of mess around with them. Now, what was everybody else doing on this hand? So go figure, I was the only one defending hearts, and there were lots of people getting to 4 spades. So this was, what were they doing? Can't bring up their auctions. Okay, so it won't let me bring up their auctions. Maybe what I can do is actually swap over and come back to this. No, not letting me bring up their auctions. So in the end, ended up in 2nd position. Didn't get helped out by my 10% on board 3. That was particularly bad by me. In terms of the defense, could have defended that one a lot better, which is basically the big downfall. There were a couple of little surprise ones in here that I thought were going to be normal hands, but it does also depend on what people elected to open. And a lot of people wouldn't have been opening 1 no trump, which is where I ended up picking up on board 5. And then people not opening 2 no trumps on number 7, which meant that their partner's hand basically couldn't evaluate itself as strong enough. Yeah, so that's the weekly free tournament for today. I hope I've definitely given you some chances to beat me. I don't think everyone will have the exact same thinking on board 8, so I think I'll chalk that one in as a pretty good score for my side. Definitely not bridge, but when you do have this limited opening style, you can, I guess, manipulate it a little bit. You might find some precision players can also do that as well when they open their limited bids. The 1 club bid isn't the one to be scared of. Most of the time your precision players are actually picking up when they do open their limited bids of, say, hearts or spades or something like that. So thanks all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this edition of the weekly free tournament, and we'll see you next time. Bye!